Hello, Assalamu alaikum, and welcome back to my channel where I bring you the best cooking recipes and tips that I grew up with. Today we're taking on a classic savory dish called calzones. That's right, we're combining a perfectly cooked steak with a pie-like calzone, creating a mouth-watering dish that will leave you wanting more. This recipe also has a freezer-suitable option, and it's perfectly fine to heat and eat whenever you need it. So grab your aprons and let's get cooking. I'm going to start by warming 2 cups of full cream milk. And to this, I'm going to add in 100 grams of butter and half a cup of oil. Leave this on medium heat until the butter melts and the oil, butter, and milk are properly incorporated. For my dry ingredients, I'm going to add in 1 teaspoon of fine salt, 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar, 1 sachet of yeast, and this is 10 grams, and lastly 5 cups of flour, and this is all-purpose cake flour. Once all the dry ingredients are in the bowl, mix it all together. Make a well in the center of the bowl and then add in the milk mixture a little at a time. Time to get messy with your hands. And this is what your dough should look like, not too floury and not too sticky. Cover this and leave to rise in a warm place. And while the dough is rising, I'm going to make my steak filling. Here I've got 500 grams of steak fillet, which I've just cubed. To this, I'm going to add in 1 tablespoon of ginger garlic paste,
half a teaspoon of rough salt,
half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, 1 heaped teaspoon of fine coriander powder, that is, 1 heaped teaspoon of cumin powder, 1 teaspoon of whole cumin seeds, 2 tablespoons of tomato sauce, and then just mix this all together. Now we're going to heat 2 tablespoons of butter ghee, and to this I'm going to add in my steak. Allow the steak to simmer and cook until it is nice and soft. Then I'm also going to take 3 potatoes and then fry these like French fries.
to the fries add in a quarter teaspoon of fine salt,
1 heaped teaspoon of crushed red chilies, 2 teaspoons of vinegar, 2 tablespoons of mustard sauce, 2 tablespoons of tomato sauce, and 1 cup of Gouda cheese. Mix this and leave aside. With the fries, I'm also going to chop in some green pepper, or it's actually half green pepper and half red pepper, and keep this aside. Once the water from the steak has dried out, add in your red pepper and green pepper and allow this to cook for about 10 minutes. Then add in the chips mixture that we made earlier. Give it a good toss and allow the cheese to melt. Once the cheese melts, switch off the stove. And doesn't that already look like an amazing filling? And now we've got our steak filling that has cooled and also our dough. Taking our dough, I'm going to place it onto a chopping board. Divide the dough into 20 balls. Place them back into the bowl. Lightly flour the board. Roll out. And place about a tablespoon of filling in the center. Close this up. And then twist it as you would calzones. So twist from the outside in, twist, 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 twist and actually stick. Twist and stick, twist and stick. And you have yourself a lovely calzone. Do this to the rest of the dough balls. Place some baking paper onto an oven tray and then place your calzones 10 at a time onto the oven tray. Brush each one with some egg yellow. Sprinkle some polished sesame seeds over these. Bake these at 180 degrees Celsius for about 15 to 20 minutes. Removing these from the oven, and look how beautiful they look. Allow these to cool, and you can also have these frozen with a heat and eat option. Let's cut into this. And look at that. And there you have it. Our delicious calzones are ready to be devoured. We hope you enjoyed following along with us and learned a few tips and tricks along the way. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for more inspiration.